Huge news, guys! Sniper Wolf, she's back in the news, and guess what? It's not good. Has there ever been good Sniper Wolf news? Let's see. Let's Google it. Sniper Wolf news. Ah, crap. This time she's getting flack for not ripping off other people's content or just making terrible content in general, because I think that's the big issue.
Today we are back on Omegle. I've been watching family-friendly Omegle videos, and they be doing scavenger hunts on here.
Last night, SniperWolf, a massive YouTuber, showed up outside of our home.
Not for ghosting a dying fan.
You shouldn't have even reached out, because then I could have just told my daughter we tried. I told her you messaged and told her that you wanted to say hi, and instead you blew off a dying 10-year-old girl for days. It's all good. Wow.
bro. Like the shit that happens with her gets really crazy. Like, wow. Like, I mean, this is what I'm saying. Like, if you make a commitment to something and you know you cannot fulfill that commitment, communicate that. But don't leave someone hanging and then force them to like be compelled to like reach out to you to try to find out what happened. And this was a case where she promised to like visit one of her fans that was actually dying, bro. And she just stood up the family. Like, that's insane, bro. Like, that is on a whole nother level of like just being insensitive. I can't even really like find the words to describe that, but why would you even do something like that? That's really my question, bro. It's first she was threatening people on the media, and now this, and I don't even think this is what the video will really be about, but let's see.
Then SniperWolf responds to the mom saying,
Bruh.
This time, it's for something that might be even worse somehow. How? What is wrong with you? What's your problem?
There's a big, crazy story involving SniperWolf that you probably haven't heard about.
Sure, we get it. You're pretty and stuff. All right. You can be pretty and a good person. Pretty much a piece of shit. Sniper Wolf has not had a very good 365 days past. Many people are going on hard times. It's tough times. The world fucking sucks right now. And for her, relatively speaking, it's probably not that bad. She's getting trashed online a lot. So if that's the pinnacle of bad, then she's really having a hard time. She's impoverished. She's Moe bankrupt. Do a funny Moe bankrupt edit or something. This is her most recent addressing of the criticisms that have been levied her way. I will read it in her voice. I have a backup of videos and screenshot. Before she changed the thumbnail to make it look like I copy her, I have poof. She copied my thumbnail. So, the way I speak, the joke I make, period. The way you're trying to manipulate this is fraud. No, that's actually not fraud. Fraud is when you send someone a lot of money to make a candy machine, and the contract that they provided that was signed off on by attorneys and lawyers, you do the opposite of that, and then you misappropriate the funds. That's fraud.
Are you aware that Caleb has been scammed? It's seeming likely.
And lest we forget the response to the Jack Films allegations, the doxing.
In my 17 years on YouTube, I've never once had someone come to my home and vaguely threaten me. SniperWolf needs to be deplatformed.
She said, "Let me start by saying I'm sorry for my recent action. Inexcusable. I'm sorry to Jack Film, YouTube, and the entire Cater community."
I
She
remember
probably
this
doesn't
incident.
care, actually, to be honest.
This is the one I was
What's
talking
going on
about,
now?
or
That's all
referencing.
old news. All right, guys? That's all
Right.
old news. Well, some actual old news has come back to haunt her. In fact, guys, Nerd City, a friend of the channel, an actual friend of the channel. A lot of time I say friend of the channel, it's people I talk shit about. An actual friend of the channel has some new information that has been brought to light from him. Some new details.
Come beneath the wigs and the musty scalp.
into the mind of a malignant narcissist and learn what's real and what's fake in the spiraling tower of projection built by the world's favorite greasy-haired YouTuber.
It's really interesting. Go check his video out. I have a link to it down in the description down below, all right? Fuckers. I also have a bit of a personal tale that is directly related to all of this, which is really funny. So the new info that was brought to light by Nerd City stems from an event way back in 2018 during the rise of the Fortnite sensation known as Tyler Ninja Blevins.
What is this game, dude? Are you serious? Give me a green card! What are you doing? Holy shit! Oh, don't do it. Oh, don't do it. I don't have a green!
Yeah, I had foot cancer or something like that. I think he's doing fine. This was the time of his beautiful blue raspberry hair. It was a Fortnite Pro tournament. I'm not sure if he was involved in it. It wasn't just any Fortnite Pro tournament. It was the Celebrity Pro-Am. Pro-Am?
We've assembled some of the best gamers, streamers, and competitive players around, along with some of the biggest names in entertainment. They will join forces as duos and compete for that sweet, sweet victory royale.
There were pro players and gamers teamed up with celebrities or whatever, internet fucking people, amateurs. They were the amateurs. They were competing for $3 million to go to a charity of their choice. And it was in front of thousands, maybe actually hundreds, because there wasn't that many people there. It was pretty embarrassing. And honestly, it makes sense because it's Fortnite, it's a Pro-Am, and all this shit's a giant joke anyways. Look at all those people. This reminds me of Metallica live in my...
I mean, I believe that the peak of Fortnite, bro, has been long gone. Like, Fortnite is like overrated these days, to be honest. When I had just built this PC that I'm working with, I just downloaded the game just to check it out, how it would run on the system, basically just to do a benchmark. And after that, I've played it like once or twice after, and then I just deleted it. Like, to me, the game is just boring, bro, and it's just too repetitive. There's nothing new. You know, even though it added some new modes that were fun, like the Lego and that racing, like Rocket League coming to go-kart or some shit. But outside of that, the game is pretty boring in my opinion. If you guys play Fortnite, let me know in the comments what you think. But I know a lot of die-hearted fans will come in here and like say all type of crap, but whatever, the game sucks.
Scout 1991. Oh wait, it reminds me nothing of that. This is how they set the 3 mil up. The winner got $1 million, and then 500,000, 250, 100, 80, 70, 60, 50. Basically losers. All right, 11th to 50th place won 20 grand only for charity, which is so cringe and just so like, why even show up if you're not gonna fucking win this shit? Just kidding. It's pretty cool. They didn't exclude anyone. All the creators and celebrities or whatever were allowed to choose their own charities and donate some money, no matter what, even if they fucking sucked and they didn't play. Pretty cool. The pro players, the celebrities, were streamers or YouTubers mostly, you know, like Pokimane, an NBA player named Josh Hart.
At the buzzer, Josh Hart banks it in.
Yeah! Oh yeah! Me when I saw Pokimane and Josh Hart were involved. Ollie A was paired with the guy from Fallout Boy, Pete Wentz.
Hey, what's up? I'm Pete from Fallout Boy. Welcome to my crib.
Skyart! A YouTube fellow was teamed up with the fellow from iCarly, Nathan Kress. That's pretty cool.
Oh, because I was saying that guy looks oddly familiar, even though it looks like I don't know him. I barely know any of these people that are being mentioned, but this guy on the right here, yeah, he definitely looks familiar. So yeah, he's definitely from iCarly. He was that guy, you know, that guy that was their friend.
He looks pretty handsome.
This is amazing.
Someone finally friended you?
And by the way, the reason we're talking about it today, SSniperWolf. She was teamed up with Terrence Ross, an NBA player for Orlando Magic at the time. I have no idea. I don't keep up with Terrence Ross all that much, so I'm not sure if he's even active still.
Lineup for Team Giannis, and Nikola Vucevic will come off the bench. Terrence Ross.
Somehow, She was not the amateur. Terrence Ross was the amateur. SSniperWolf, the woman who has other people play video games for her and then pretends to play video games on her channel for like money and gamer girl clout. She's the pro player that's teamed up with NBA player like, this is so fucking confusing. The way that it's laid out, the pro-am, it should be an actual pro esports player. This is Ali A, of course, is going to win. I don't actually know who won. I don't really care.
Let's go! Charity here at the Fortnite Pro-Am. Him and Marshmallow come out on top.
To give credit to the event holders, though, I'll say I don't believe they thought she was necessarily a great player. In the intro of the event, they sort of threw her under the bus, which is pretty awesome, and I love it. They talk about how the talent is abundant.
The list of talent goes on and on. Ali A, Pokimane, Nick Merckx, Gotaga, CDN the Third.
But then they transition to, also joining us today is SSniperWolf.
Also joining us today, SSniperWolf.
Hey man, guess what? Who cares? Who are these people? 50
Bruh.
gamers? Who cares? Ali A sucks. AIDS. Cringe. This is so funny. The chat is so good. Cringe. Ninja's the only one there who's like probably really good. I think Ali A is pretty okay. Video games though, probably. I remember he posted a lot of really awesome dancing videos of Fortnite, but I'm not sure if that sort of skill carries over into gameplay of Fortnite. After the intro though, they say it's 50 gamers and 50 entertainers.
50 gamers, 50 entertainers, 1 victory royale.
Which, judging by the court documents we saw last year, I'm not sure if she's possibly could be considered a gamer, all right? The concept behind the SSniperWolf YouTube channel was that young Evan would play games such as Call of Duty and or Metal Gear Rising Revengeance and record his gameplay. Young would then prepare a script for each recording for Celeste to read on camera while acting as though she was playing the recorded video game footage. I like to ponder in my mind, pontificate a bit, whether or not they would have invited her to the Fortnite Pro-Am had all of this information come out sooner. I feel like probably not. Or if she was, hopefully she'd be the amateur or something. And if you're wondering, she made it to 29th before getting eliminated, which is, she made a run at Tilted Towers pretty solid.
SSniperWolf making a move in here, just trying to fly in, find somewhere safe to land, and we're going to have a lot of players doing similar things.
The event didn't seem to think she was that interesting either, like us, because of the 2 hours of footage up until that point of her gliding to Tilted Towers. It's pretty much all you see of her. That's all there is. And the only way we know she was 29th is because we saw her get eliminated with an LMG by Ryan C. She did get a knockout, but failed to secure the elimination. SSniperWolf! Finally, 2 hours, 23 minutes into the event, she's on camera for all of us to witness. When the charity game, by the way, these are just warm-ups. When the charity game actually rolls around, she does terrible. She got 34th out of 50, which is fucking bad. And I really just want to say that that's embarrassing, and she should be very embarrassed still to this day. For charity or not, embarrassment is a healthy thing. Being embarrassed, feeling humility, it's good. But once again, off-screen death, and everyone's watching the Backpack Kid. What fucking shit that is, huh? And you wonder why the extraterrestrials in space don't come down and introduce themselves to us. That's fucking why, dude. That's why. That's why we're not getting any visitors. Okay? All this is why. What's funny, in spite of all this, on ranker.com, there was a prediction on how teams would fare, and the Terrence Ross and SSniperWolf team was predicted to place 8th, which is awesome. I don't know, it's maybe just fucking lie on your resume. People think you're a pro gamer. It would be funny though if she was like sitting on her husband's lap at this time. That would be awesome. So anyways, that was a bit of an appetizer, her terrible, embarrassing performance in the tournament, which is just a terrible and embarrassing thing overall. And I love that about this whole situation. The main course of this whole story is during the event, there was a secret kind of thing that happened here.
When people would find out about it secondhand, they would inquire about it, and as he would ask them, please don't make a video about this.
Probably shouldn't mention it.
Man, she did not want the drama.
I mean, I don't want to comment on this.
But in those, you know, sort of upper social circles, it's been known for years that there is a prominent creator who has a screw loose in their head.
A creator at the event caused a bit of trouble, it seems like. And you know what's funny? I actually knew about this We'll get into it. I'll show my DMs from 2018. So SniperWolf, clearly not the pro gamer she sells herself as or would have the world believe that she is. She did not perform well in the competition, and she fucking went off the rails at one point as well. By the way, it is 6 years ago that this happened, and I wasn't physically there, all right, but I do have some. Let me make sure I have this still, because I haven't checked these. I just remember this from the time. This is a long time ago. These are DMs from Azzyland, June 13th, 2018. I have so much to tell you when I'm back from LA. She tried to attack me at the party. I said, WTF, lol. She's a nut job. Thankfully, my friends pushed her away. That's insane. Ha ha ha. What a fruitcake, Lamau. YTF would she do that? I said. She said, it was so out of nowhere, everyone was shocked. She was screaming that I faked my gameplay. I'm not even good at games though. WTF, that's like saying I faked my gameplay. Projecting her own insecurities, she majorly embarrassed herself. I said, does she even have any wins in Fortnite she uploaded? If so, I bet she faked it. Yes, that sounds ultra cringe. I can't understand successful people being so insecure. I can't. I couldn't. I actually couldn't at the time. I really could. I didn't. I'm so stupid. I was homeschooled, and like at this point in my life, I wanted to. It was. It made sense that I couldn't understand that. Grass is greener. You know, my channel was very not successful at that point. She doesn't want to share the space with other women. Everyone else is trying to bring each other up, and she's trying to tear others down. This is consistently a thing, by the way. Crazy, man. It's been 6 years since this happened. I said, yeah, that's crazy. The famine mentality. There isn't enough for everyone, only enough for me. She said she wants to be the only real hot gamer girl. I said, I want to be the first hot gamer guy and only. She said, I want to see my bitches succeed. I'm not competitive. Ha 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 ha. I said same for sure. I really wanted to be the first hot gamer guy, genuinely. Like that was a big thing in my mind at the time. I was trying to make it playing Feed and Grow. Have you guys ever seen the videos of me playing? This is me in 2018, by the way. Please don't look at it. Please don't show that. Don't show. Cut that out. Don't. Stop it. Stop. I failed at being the first hot gamer guy.
All right, I'm gonna turn this music off. It's so bad. There we go. Much better. I can make my own music in my head. Yeah, finding Nemo. I'm really stupid. I'm sorry.
So that's a long time ago. That's crazy. So there's my context to add to the situation. If you were there, let me know exactly what happened down below. But so far, this is all reliant upon Azzyland, who actually was there. So Nerd City in his video plays a clip of a SniperWolf saying that she is a bad sport when she loses video games, and she might even attack someone, which is insane because it's like she's a rodent.
Failing to assault other internet celebrities within the game. She made up for it in real life.
It's like she's an animal that cannot control her impulses, which is...
Bro, that sounds like a crazy person. That sounds like somebody that's armed and dangerous, bro. Like, you're so much of a sore loser to the point where you go out of your way just to like attack somebody, bro, or just so you... I don't even know why I would do that. Because at this point, it would be for me just speculation, because I'm trying to fathom why you lost. What's the big deal? Pick up the controller and go again. But in a situation like this for a tournament, bro, you shouldn't have sold yourself as something that you're not. Then there wouldn't have been a problem, you know what I'm saying? But, bro, like I said in the video that we reacted to that came out about her in that story, she's fucking nuts. She's insane.
Awesome. I love the honesty, but what the f?
I never had time to practice or go to events and compete, and not to mention I am a very bad sport. If I lose, like, I'll go apeshit or cry or attack people. I'll literally attack people. I get really, really competitive.
That clip, years and years and years old from back in the COD days, okay, when Evan was still recording her gameplay. But that's not a far cry from reality. Nerd City reports that many people present at the event saw SniperWolf get into a screaming match with her husband Evan, her then husband Evan.
What many who were there did witness off camera was SniperWolf getting involved in altercations. The first of which was a screaming match with her partner Evan.
He can't play for her live.
When I don't get my way, I scream, and I scream really loud.
SniperWolf and the man who now claims to have been playing for her at home were observed to be furious with each other immediately after her last place finish.
I like to imagine that she was really mad at him that he couldn't shrink down to the size of that little guy in Men in Black and get inside of her head and control her motor functions, or do the ratatouille thing. I'm sure she said, Evan, why can't you do the ratatouille thing? Evan, do the ratatouille thing. Why can't you do that with the game now, Evan? That wasn't the worst altercation, though, in spite of it being hilarious, you know, with the ratatouille thing. Azilan recounts her story that she recounted to me the day that it happened, the day after it happened. It began like this. Azzy saw SSniperWolf with a group of mutual friends, and even though her and SSniperWolf weren't friendly with each other, she still decided to go up and talk to them, since they'd waved and greeted her.
They were like in a circle, and I walked to the bathroom, and then when I was walking back, I saw them, and they're like, "Hey, Azzy," and then I was like, "Sniper was there," and I'm like, "Oh, you know what? Just be nice." They just walk over.
During the conversation, Azilan started telling a self-deprecating story about herself. And during this story, when she's looking at SSniperWolf, Azzy saw her silent, taking it all in, and clearly angry.
And then I go in there and I got really awkward, so I started like just telling an embarrassing story of myself. And she just like is looking at me, she's silent, and she's like,
that was when she lunged at her like a beast, like a creature, like that demon from on top of that armoire in The Conjuring. You know what I'm talking about? That up there in the fucking made me scared of armoires for a while. I tell you what, I live in fear because of that movie. Fuck!
She just like is looking at me, she's silent, and she's like angry, and then she like lunges at me, and I don't remember like exact details because it was just fucking terrifying. Got in between and like pulled her off me, and then they took her back into the room, and then I was out there and they were like, "What the f was that?" It was just like, it was so. Oh yeah, she was like, oh yeah, she screaming at me. She's like,
as he then mentioned,
bruh, like if that's the whole truth, bruh, like SSniperWolf is sick. She has lost a screw, my god, because yo, I get that you're in a person may not be on, you know, talking level, but you guys share mutual friends, so it's possible that you may meet in that same friend group. Now, if the person did not assault you or insult you or provoke you, I don't see the need to lunge at them trying to rip their head off, bro. Like, what is that for? That's so uncalled for. She's like a child, man.
Mentioned names as she mentioned her friends to me. I didn't really ask or care. I just wanted to make a video with her at the time. I think I wanted to make a video about SSniperWolf with her back in those days, because that was when I was like starting into commentary kind of reaction stuff. Anyways, the names are bleeped in the Nerd City video. Nerd reached out to them. They wish not to be mentioned, so their names are, you know, obviously respected and censored, etc., etc. It's pretty cool. And by the way, the reason this is only coming out now is because the people who actually did witness it, like I could have made a video about this, I guess, but it just seems like, I don't know, I could have done this, I guess. I don't know, long time ago. Alas, I'm a fucking idiot. The people who actually witnessed it, who were there, did not make videos about it because they don't want to do drama stuff, which is fine because they don't make the kind of content. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. If you don't like it, it's fine. Do whatever you want.
The people who saw it never made a video about this, probably to like preserve their reputation as drama free, and because that's not the kind of content that they normally make.
Who told you? Now I need to know.
When people would find out about it secondhand, they would inquire about it, and Azzy would ask them, please don't make a video about this.
Probably shouldn't mention it.
Man.
I'm glad Nerd City did this shit because he's incredible. He makes incredible videos. Once again, we'll have a link to his video down below, and just go subscribe to his channel. Production, it's just not even on the same wavelength as like what anybody I know does. It's just another level. It's another level. It's one of those level things, you know? It's just much better than this. For example, the way that Nerd portrays the stark contrast of the actual story, what happened, and how the rest of the evening people had to keep SSniperWolf away from Aziland.
The rest of the night, everybody made sure like she was on the opposite side of the room as me.
She gonna make me commit a crime. Bro, you gonna make me do something violent. These hands are rated E for everyone. I would've popped them right then and there.
Bro, she can't even form a proper fist, much less throw a fist. You saw, she don't like, like, and you want to fight?
Projecting all the clips of SSniperWolf talking about her being violent as if it's some kind of weird, you know, cute quirk she has, some kind of strange, endearing behavior, and it's not a concerning, despicable pattern of malevolence.
I mean, there was this one bitch who talked so much shit on me online, and then she came up to me, smiled, and tried to hug me. I'm like, you call me stupid and ugly, we throwing hands.
Bit of a self-report, I guess. Thanks, SSSniperWolf. Ah, yeah. Somehow she got away with this all the way up until now, and I saw Nerd's video. I saw this video when it came out, and I was like, dude, I have to cover this. Like, do you mind if I cover this? And he said, of course, you know, you are what I strive to be. You didn't say that shit. I'm just kidding. I'm lying. Not even funny joke, unfortunately. But I thought it was very interesting because I quite literally was talking to Azilan at the time of that happening. And she told me like the morning after, which is awesome. It all comes full circle, motherfuckers. Anyways, anytime to shit on the SSSniperWolf is a time that is a good time for me, okay? She's a mirror. All right, she's a fucking copycat. She's always a reflection of someone else, and she's willing to do exactly what they do to.
I think she has a personality crisis, but it's interesting how it has been for years, though. How can you be such a great of an actor that you completely copy somebody else and maintain that for such a long time, bro? Yo, that's just, it's impressive, but it's sad. I don't even know how to feel about that.
She's a skinwalker. She gets into that and then buries the original. She's the greatest copycat of all time, really.
Mirroring is an interesting phenomenon with an ever-growing oral history. When you search for copycats or narcissists or identity theft, there are so many anecdotes from victims who were thrown for a loop by close encounters of the narcissistic kind.
Identity theft.
The narcissist will steal your identity and become a twisted version of who you are,
while smearing them the whole time to everybody else.
What if you're already
twisted? Do a whole lot behind your back, but then again, they're copying you. Doing the things that you do.
To be fair, that's what a lot of YouTubers are. There's levels of copying to everything, but most copying, inspiration, whatever, imitation is the highest form of flattery. I've heard some people say, I think.
People will always just come at me and be like, hey, you copied this, oh, you copied that.
The copying comes from the narcissistic feeling of entitlement.
Because I want to do it too.
They feel entitled to the admiration that someone else is getting.
There will be times where I watch a really cool video from somebody and I really like the challenge, and then I will copy their challenge.
They want to take that good reputation and apply it to themselves, even if it's unwarranted.
The difference with SSSniperWolf is that it's malicious. The thumbnail argument is the funniest one, in my opinion. She's so adamant that Azilan is copying every single one of her thumbnails and titles to the T, but it's just that you can see it. You can just see it. It's her evidence is mediocre. What is this? I have screenshot of you uploading the same video as me minute after I upload multiple occasions. How would she even know that, dude? How would she even know that? I bet that makes her so mad though too. She probably just screams in her house. I bet she just yells and she bitches and she loves to hear the sound of her own voice. She's one of those people. I fucking hate those kind of people, dude, who just like interrupting. I hate it, bro. You can't get. This is such bad evidence though because it's in German. 9.4 Wiedergaben, 12 Minuten Gaben versus Wann vor 9 Wiedergaben. She also got community noted. It's not even in English. It proves absolutely nothing. The community is on our side, aka the side of truth, logic, reasoning, being based and red-pilled, and other things that are funny to say ironically, or fun to say ironically. Funny is sort of subjective. Now, not only is SSSniperWolf claiming that her thumbnails and titles are being stolen, but also the way she speaks in her jokes, she says it's fraud. What are you fucking talking about? This is so mentally unwell. This is insane. Absolutely just, what the fuck are you talking about? Post the backup. Instead of fist fighting and talking about fist fighting, how about you post it? The way you're trying to manipulate this is fucked. Don't you dare call SSSniperWolf a liar, guys. She has the proof of it all. That's why she hasn't posted it yet. And she keeps being made a fool. It's funny to me that most of the time she ignores call outs and pretends like haters don't exist or whatever, and then is just happy with all the money she has. But the times where she has actually addressed it, it just is so disingenuous. It's just lies. it makes no sense. Her response to Jack's film is like, oh my God. This is where it gets incredibly epic and way worse. She pulls the ultimate strategy out of her pocket. Sue, lawsuits. She loves lawsuits. And hearing me, I'm not going to get a man. I have no idea how to knock. He literally mounted and ran on Google, and now I'm renting him and knocking him. I don't think that's how that works, to be honest. I think that accusing someone of doxing would be defamation if it were untrue, but actually doxing someone and accusing someone of being doxed are very different. I think we should let experts, you know, determine what exactly happened, but for now it doesn't look that good, and I don't think that would end very well. You got an AI to write that. You got an AI. You recently learned how to read, probably. All right, just because that's the natural order of things. People like you generally learn to read when they're pushing 35, 40, all right? And that makes, how old is she? SSSniperWolf. Age, she better not be my age. Okay, thank God, she's 31. Makes sense. She looks good for 31. And by good, I mean bad. Am I right, fellas? So, SSSniperWolf is objectively a manipulator, a liar. She's a true copycat. That's all very well established. Most people with their own brains can sort of deduct that from basic evidence provided by us awesome YouTubers on the front lines. Copying shit is a trait of a narcissist, and obviously she's a narcissist. She just acts like a narcissist. And this is all a result of another girl who is similar, uploading slightly similar stuff or similar stuff along this. There's a bunch of channels that used to do this, by the way. Like, these videos, they're trends. You're not inventing anything new. This is all reaction stuff that's stolen from BuzzFeed. Like, it's just it's an industrial complex. It's the reaction industrial complex for a few years was just, you're not stealing anything. You haven't created anything original ever in your entire life. You have to be funny and entertaining and people will like you. The end. But if you say that other people are stealing the shit you're doing and you're also not funny or entertaining or creative in any way, you're going to end up like this.
You're so ugly, girlfriend.
Did you just call her ugly?
Yeah, so what?
You should never call a girl ugly.
Well, I just did, because she is.
She's actually kind of cute, you know. I would rate her 8 out of 10 on the hotness scale.
Okay, what now? Are you gonna like dab on me? Perhaps you should button your shirt to prove your point?
That's why you should leave this little boy here and come date a real dragon like me.
Not a copycat. It's not possible. My favorite is the German case of her saying, you post the same video as me minutes after. How the f would she do that? You're saying in 10 minutes she made the same video and just posted it? Is there a mole? Is there someone on the inside? Maybe it's Evan. Blame it on Evan. I want to see that fist fight still.
A few minutes after SSniperWolf, and that in SSniperWolf's mind was proof that Azzy had copied the video from her, which makes no sense. Now, the reason that that's terrible proof that Azzy was copying from SSniperWolf is that you can't make an entire YouTube video in a few minutes. So
bro, it takes a while to do
the
this
video
shit
from her and upload it instantly like that. And it just doesn't make any sense.
Not only a liar, but now you look dumb as hell.
Thankfully, you know, the public could figure that out.
Not only a liar, but now you look dumb as hell. And so all this nonsense while she's sitting on a high horse and quite literally stealing someone else's identity, this person being Azzyland. And you guys have probably seen the whole red dress situation where Azzyland did a house tour in 2018, the end of 2018, and then SSniperWolf did a house tour, and it's just the same, like, she actually copied her legitimately. Like, it was 100% a copy. Pretty awesome. Pure jealousy, pure copycat, pure. It's the same dress. There's no pretending here. There's no, it's wild. This is one of the very few creators we've actually seen their true intentions just flowing out of them at every turn throughout their career. She's been hated for a long time, and really recently, obviously with the whole Jack's film stuff. She genuinely feels entitled to the admiration of others. She feels like she's owed stuff that other people have earned. It's unbelievable. It's fucking crazy. And at this point, we now realize that she was originally a woman who faked her gameplay. She hated.
Bruh. Now, people like her are the worst, man. Like, they manipulate they cheat, they do all sort of crap or immoral things just to get their way, and they always feel like they need to get what they ask for or what they want. And world doesn't work like that because the world doesn't revolve around you. And it didn't make any sense what she said about Azilan, copying her, posting minutes after. Bro, that literally makes zero sense. It's like she would have to have the type of technology where she could just download that video and just put it through some lightning fast supercomputer with like some software that lets her like replace her face with replace Snapperhool's face with Ozzy's face and then change it back. Bro, you just hear how ridiculous that really sounds, right? Just to go through all of that for just a YouTube video. Bro, it takes if the video is like 5 minutes, right? And you're reacting to the video, chances are the video after you are done recording, that 5 minutes is now gonna jump up to like 8 to 10 minutes. Because if it's something that you're gonna make commentary about, that's what really determines how much of a time is gonna be added to the length of the original video. And when you're editing that video can take anywhere up to like an hour to 5 hours, depending on the length of the video. So it is physically impossible for Azalan to actually um, take her videos and, bro, me just saying this out loud just confuses me because it makes no fucking sense. And with the thumbnails, like, what is her deal? Obviously, she's the one that has been copying her. She has been faking so much of her social media presence, and you know, like, what's up with her being I was gonna say old as fuck, but she's just 31. But what's up with her being 31 and acting like she's 12, bro? Like throwing a tantrum because she doesn't get her way, like taking her frustration out on people just because she lost. Like, that makes no sense. And why do you feel the need to go to such lengths to copy somebody's life and lifestyle? For what? Just so you could, what? I don't know, go viral or some shit, or get the same type of attention that she's getting? Like, based on how I view this, she's jealous of Azilan and she wants her life. Now, saying this out loud just made me picture like an Element movie, bro. Like, every Element movie is just some crazy guy, some crazy gal, just killing with her for love or lust or some bullshit. Like, imagine that I wouldn't put it past her to like go to such lengths to try to get rid of Azilan so that she could replace Azilan. Bro, it's just so fucked up even thinking about this shit, but what can I say? It's not too far from reality. Who knows? She probably is diversing a plan right now as we speak, or even dream about it at night. But whatever, man. But it just goes to show, bro, that I saw something today that can better sum up what I was about to say. I saw something today on a YouTube short. Never meet your hero, bro, because the person that you may be watching may not be the person that you meet in real life. And it's so simple, but it has depth to it. Never meet your hero.
Being that she saw something better, which was Aziland, and decided to change into her. SniperWolf is a skinwalker. She changed right down to the accent, or at least similar mannerisms of speaking.
When I finally watched some Aziland content, I was like, there it is. That's the voice.
We don't care what you are. We don't care if you're not even the same species.
Wait, they got a house? Why are they so angry all the time? This girl does sound like her. She's trying to talk like her. And then she's gonna act surprised like, oh, they thought I was her? But you were inspired by her.
And with SniperWolf, it was this bizarre affectation that threw me off so much that I made a montage out of it. Like, what the hell is that impression?
Jokes.
When you promise to only eat one cookie.
I'm gonna be good tonight. I'm only gonna eat one Oreo. That's it.
This person should be a lawyer. He's like, you said one cookie.
The only one. Just one. That's it.
I didn't know how much she'd copied from you.
SniperWolf dedicated herself to becoming
That's a
the
lot.
ultimate Azzyland.
Every
Basically,
day.
it seems like that is what that's what happened, and she can't hide it now at this point. And people especially won't believe your bullshit when you're famous on the internet. Sorry, infamous on the internet for saying shit like this. When I don't get my way, I scream.
And when I don't get my way, I scream, and I scream really loud.
Ghosting a 10-year-old with cancer.
SniperWolf is in big trouble. She did something absolutely disgusting, ghosting a terminally ill 10-year-old with cancer.
And just making fun of people's bodies.
Girl, the only medical bills you are paying is for that nose, the lips, the tits, and the ass.
No wonder she wants to be somebody else. I fucking wouldn't want to be her either. Holy shit. She's genuinely a narcissist, and it's not possible at this point to pretend that any other reality could otherwise be true. Boom.
Right.
Yeah. That bitch. Now, for clarity, the reason we felt like it'd be important to rehash some of the points and topics we've covered already in this SniperWolf situation is because of Nerd's video and his job that he has done taking clips of SniperWolf doing incredibly manipulative things and comparing them to statements from professionals describing narcissistic behavior. And it is absolutely true. Things like copying someone else they see as having desirable traits, Azzyland.
If I take those personality traits and put them into me, I can become a better person, which would make me a better version of them because I'm different from them. That's just how my mind works, y'all.
It's just very strange.
She like stole her accent and shit too,
know,
the way she talks.
The Toronto way
Fucking
of talking,
weirdo.
yeah.
True weirdo shit.
SniperWolf even stole the way Azzy speaks. It's weird, dude.
Bro, it is weird.
It's getting a little strange. Copying outfits, work, ideas. Why would she rip this off? Why would she steal this thing? It's a house tour or the red dress. Who cares? What are the chances, though? Honestly. It seems so intentional. She seems like she's gaslighting her audience into hating Azzyland.
Bro, what? They have the same mirror? They both did a house tour in the same outfit? This looks like the same exact dress, dude.
Narcissists copy. Blatant copying, such as wearing the same clothes that you might wear, copying your work, copying your ideas.
Bro, this
literally
is
copied the house tour as he did,
hilarious.
and even wore the same outfit during the house tour, and even pointed out the same things in the house tour that Azzy did. When I say same things, weird things that you wouldn't normally point out in a house tour.
Also trying to be the better version of the person they're copying.
Like this really weird example where Azzyland is talking about plants in her home, basically saying that, you know, she doesn't really take care of them. They end up being killed and dying. But then SniperWolf goes on to say that they're luscious, well taken care of plants.
More plants that I'm killing.
A luscious, well taken care of plant.
And try to make it
That plant looked fake as fuck too, like it was made of plastic.
better, almost like out of spite.
It's the entitled person doesn't just feel special. They have to be more special than you.
Recollecting instances of violence or wrongdoing of another person fondly rather than regretfully, so a lack of empathy or emotion. So we know this, and the whole time as well, the fact that SniperWolf is the one pulling the Uno reverse card saying as he's ripping her off, that is just next level f***ing disturbing and weird and
It is
unnecessary.
disturbing,
She
bro.
referred to her as a fraud as recently as 2023. Sorry, FUD. As for the claiming fraud thing, that's like a legal liability. Fraud is a crime. I wouldn't be concerned with her saying this about anything she said. She accused Jack of defamation for saying she doxed him or some shit. Defamation, also a thing that you can be held legally liable for. Her and her lawyers are absolute buffoons, and this specifically is covered in the court case with her husband where they treat that like it was a grade school math class. They tried to establish legal precedents that she was being gaslit, even though we have a burden of proof that she's done this to seemingly everyone she's ever had a negative interaction with ever online, and she's just done it publicly, like you can see. Anyways, guys, once again, go check out Nerd City's video. He gave a bunch more information highlighting all of SniperWolf's.
Alright guys, so I'm gonna end the video here. Like, I think I've said everything I had to say about the whole Sniper Wolf situation. It's really crazy. It's insane to even sit and think about. I don't know why the fuck somebody would go through so much hassle to like be like somebody else. Like, you're that sad and you hate yourself that much that you try to replace everything about you with what's on another person or what another person is doing. Like, bro, get a fucking life, man. Like, but anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments. If you like Sniper Wolf, you know, let me know. If you don't like her, let me know, and let me know why. Personally, I used to like her before, you know, all of this was uncovered. I'll link the video that I reacted to of her before when the situation came out with Jack. And after I really found out like the type of person that she was, like, yeah, not liking her anymore. But guys, if you're not yet subscribed and you're watching, this is a great time to do so. Definitely drop a like on the video, and I'll see you in the next one.